Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do the detailed review of the latest smartphone from Oppo in India, the Oppo Reno 4 Pro. So this device retails for around 35,000 rupees in India, and this comes with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G octa-core processor, a Super AMOLED display, 65 watt Super VOOC fast charging. Then you get a very light and slim design, and on top of that you also get the ColorOS 7.2 4000 mAh capacity battery, quad camera setup. It's a 48 megapixel quad camera and a punch hole camera as well. So let's go deep into the aspects and see how good the device is and is it really worth for 35,000 rupees in India. So if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's get started with the detailed review. First step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So if you look at the design of the Reno 4 Pro, that's one of the standout aspect about the device. It is very slim. You can see that it's just 7.7 mm thickness and just 161 grams in weight. So it's extremely lightweight and looks really good as well, and you can see that it's extremely compact as well. 6.5 inches display. It's very compact and easy to use. The form factor is really good, and the curved edges to the display also gives a good in-hand feel. So overall the design is something which is really good. It's a stunning looking design, and the camera placement also looks really good. The 4 camera setup, the Oppo branding, and the dual tone pattern or rather the color on the back panel adds to the beauty of the device. So we have the power key on the right side, we have the volume rocker keys on the left side. The bottom section has the USB Type-C port and the 3.5mm audio jack along with the speaker unit, and on the top of the device you get the SIM tray. So that's the design aspect. Now let's talk about the build quality. Now this device is extremely lightweight and this has a polycarbonate material on the back panel, and because of the use of polycarbonate it is extremely lightweight and gives it a good feel altogether. But having said that, the polycarbonate material looks good, even though we're not really sure about the durability of this, but in our usage we did not see any sort of scratches happening, so it looks quite good. So polycarbonate material definitely given a good finish overall. Next, let's move on to the display. So this device comes with a 6.5 inches full HD resolution display. It has a refresh rate of 90 Hz and 180 Hz touch sampling rate, and it has Super AMOLED panel. Along with that there is really good brightness, so that's something which is really good on this device. The brightness levels are really good. Even outdoor visibility is really superb on this device. So the brightness level is a Super AMOLED display, and it also comes with Gorilla Glass 5 support. Now another important thing is that you can see that the edges are curved, which actually feels really nice. This feature is probably available only in the premium segment. We can see that the OnePlus 8 Pro or the Samsung devices have these curved edges. So that comes to this price segment. That's something which is really good, and it feels really good in terms of the display experience. So overall Oppo has done a really good job in terms of the display performance, and it's a top-notch display. But having said that, there is one thing which is missed out on this device, is the HDR10 capabilities. It's available on the international variant, but in Indian variant HDR10 support has been omitted. That's something which is quite disappointing, but then even without that this device has a really good display. Now next, let's move on to the software experience. So when you talk about the Oppo devices, something which comes to your mind is the ColorOS. So this device also comes with ColorOS 7.2. So if you go to the about phone, you can see that it has ColorOS 7.2 on top of Android 10, and you get 8 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage. Now ColorOS has been refined a lot. It feels really smooth now. The UI and the changes are really well implemented with the ColorOS 7, and you also get additional options like app cloner, split screen, then support for themes are there, convenience tools. You can see that navigational button customization, assistive ball, quick return bubble, smart sidebar, gestures and motion. So there's plethora of options to choose in the software. So the experience is definitely good. It's definitely refined over the latest version and feels really nice. So you can also see the notification toggles and quick sender also looks really nice. So overall we feel software experience is definitely good on this device. Now next, moving on to the performance side. Now this device is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G octa-core processor. Now the 720G is a really good chipset. We have seen in the sub 20k price segment with the likes of Realme 6 Pro, we have the Redmi Note 9 Pro, Note 9 Pro Max, the Poco M2 Pro. All those devices under the sub 20k price segment have this processor, and it's a very nice chipset. But when it comes to 35k price segment, we would have expected Oppo to provide a better chipset here. Not that 720G is a bad chipset, it's a really good chipset, but at 35k price segment, we expect Oppo to provide at least a slightly better Snapdragon 765G, because international variant of the Reno 4 Pro has the 765G processor. So that's something which Oppo could have done better here. Now in terms of day-to-day performance, it's pretty good. It has a really good experience. Even if you look at the gaming experience of this device, it was quite good. We have done a detailed gaming video. You can also check out that video to get an idea about how good the gaming experience is. We don't have any sort of major issues with the gaming as well. 720G is a pretty decent chipset, and it does perform quite well. Now this device has an in-display fingerprint scanner, and this is an AMOLED panel. It has an in-display fingerprint scanner, and it works really well. Oppo devices have been really known for really fast fingerprint scanner, and face unlock is also extremely fast on this device. Now the call quality again was really good. We did not see any sort of issues here, and we tried with 2 SIM cards, and it was a really good experience. No call drops or any sort of signal issues. Now next, let's move on to the camera. So it has a quad camera setup. So this is the quad camera setup. We have a primary IMX586 Sony sensor. It's a 48 megapixel sensor. Then we have an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 2 megapixel macro sensor, and a 2 megapixel mono sensor included. And on the front panel, you get a 32 megapixel punch hole selfie camera, which is a really small punch hole. So now let's talk about the camera. So we have done a detailed camera review of this device, and when we did the camera review, we mentioned that the cameras are really capable ones because it's a quad camera setup. We mentioned about the consistency issue. The images were not really consistent. Some images were really good, while some were like oversaturated, contrast, and all those things were messed up. So the consistency in the camera was not something which is missing. Although it is capable of producing really good images. The images are sharp, have great details as well. The colors were quite okay, but again at times it was kind of saturated. The contrast was getting messed up. Then even the exposure levels were not really accurate. So if Oppo can fix these issues, the camera is definitely good. It also has a macro sensor. The portraits were quite okay. The low light experience also pretty good, we would say, although it could have been improved. When we look at the competition, the Vivo X50, the low light experience feels slightly better on the X50, so those things can be improved on this device. And the selfie experience is also quite okay. So overall we feel the camera is capable, but again lack of consistency is something which Oppo should be fixing on the Reno 4 Pro, because it has a capable hardware. Now finally, the battery life. So this phone comes with a 4000 mAh capacity battery, and it has a 65 watt VOOC charging. That's something which is really good, because you get 0 to 100% in around 36 minutes. We have also done a charging test of this device. You can also check out that video to see how the charging is. So it's really fast charging, blazing fast is something which you can tell about the device. Now the battery performance is again really good. You can get really good battery life. Like 5-6 hours is easily possible on this device. It's very good performance. In fact, again screen on time depends upon user to user, so that we cannot really guarantee, but again the battery performance is really good on this device. So summing up, how good is the Oppo Reno 4 Pro at 35,000? So Oppo Reno 4 Pro has a really good design, good build quality, a great display, good software performance, and great battery life, along with super fast charging. So where the phone misses out is in terms of camera experience, where the consistency levels was not that great. Then a plastic build quality could have been improved, and then finally the Snapdragon 720G isn't something which we expect at 35k price segment. But again it does perform pretty well, but it could have been better processor, at least at 35k price segment. So that is a detailed review of the Oppo Reno 4 Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.